NFL kicks off tonight, so let's get some opening statements about the weekend ahead. Dan, get us started. What are you looking forward to?
Buffalo is on upset alert versus the New England Patriots. I don't know if there's a quarterback doing more for their offense right now than Drake May. His connection to Stephon Diggs is outstanding. The way that they use their tight ends is big time. I love their two backs. Buffalo's defense has struggled to play man. They've struggled to play zone. They've struggled to stop the run. Two starters out, I understand that. But this defensive unit is struggling in Buffalo, and it feels like this New England offense is starting to surge.
What a statement that would be for Mike Vrabel's team. Will Compton, give me an opening statement. What are you looking forward to this weekend?
Sammy D, Sam Darnold deserves more credit as being one of the better or the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Generational.
Generational. You look at, if you just go back since 2024, he's 17-4 as a starter. Most game-winning drives tied with Patrick Mahomes. In 2024 was number 2 under pressure passer rating, only to Joey B. Over 70% completion rate of passes 10 yards or more. We can go on, but I love Sammy D, the way he's operating right now in Seattle. Sneaky tough.
And their defense is awfully good, too. I like it. Hawk, give me an opening statement.
Yeah, I'm surprised Will missed this one. I'm looking forward to the all-right team battle. I'm trying to say this right here. And I'm talking about two right cornerbacks, and Riley Moss and Cooper DeJean. They have so much in common. Both from Iowa. Both 6 foot tall. Both early in, late out guys. Coach's sons. Grinders, weight room guys.
Sneaky
right?
fast.
Sneaky
Are they
fast.
sneaky athletic?
Sneaky athletic. Multi-sport athletes. So much in common.
I like that one a lot.
Captain.
That's an all-time.
Right, with an R. Okay,
Yeah, the thing I'm looking guys, can I give my opening statement? The thing I'm looking forward to is Dillon Gabriel going across the pond with an elite defense and getting his first win as a start for the Cleveland Browns. They've had a statue back there at quarterback. He's older than Father Time himself. Now they have an opportunity to move the pocket, utilize his legs and his athletic ability, similar to they did with Jackson Dart with the Giants. I see the Cleveland Browns having success this week across the pond.
Well, they had the most interesting day in the NFL yesterday for sure. Dillon Gabriel gets the start, replacing Joe Flacco. Shedeur Sanders does not. You may have seen this already. In case you haven't, we'll play it. Shedeur Sanders was asked about Gabriel getting the starter's job, and as you hear his response here, or don't hear it, I can tell you there's nothing wrong with your television's audio or anything like that. This was the exchange.
Vocally, anything to say?
I guess one more. What do you think you have to show to the coaches just to have that belief in you that you can be ready.
What can you say?
That was yesterday. Shefty, can you explain what's going on here?
Well, essentially, the Browns made a quarterback change yesterday. They went with Dillon Gabriel as their starter, Joe Flacco, second string, and Shedeur Sanders remains third string. So when they asked Shedeur to speak about his reaction to the Browns quarterback's moves, he spoke in mime. Now, what he was doing was responding to Rex Ryan, who on this show on Monday essentially criticized Shedeur Sanders for a number of things, but basically said, keep your mouth shut. That was Rex Ryan's message on Monday to Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders decided to take the time yesterday, on the day the Browns made a quarterback change, to literally keep his mouth shut and to mime. Now, there's a time and a place for this. That probably wasn't the time, not on the day where the Browns make a quarterback change. So his answer comes off in that way, with him trying to send a message to Rex Ryan, and it goes viral and obviously creates a firestorm, and people have their own reactions to how he handled this particular situation.
So, Dan, you're the first one I want to hear from. Obviously, no one understands better. I mean, seriously, the dynamics of backup quarterbacks and who's starting, all that kind of thing. So what was your reaction to what we saw yesterday?
I actually don't think there is a time and place to act like that as a quarterback. I think, one, everything that you do when you're a quarterback, I don't care if you're first, second, or third, is a job interview. In that league, every single thing you do. And my question to Shedeur would be, are you helping yourself in your own building? Did that 30 or 40 seconds help you in your own building when it comes to what they think you can be in the future? And then did you help yourself outside of your own building? There's 64 jobs, essentially, at that spot in the NFL. Did that 30 or 40 seconds help you at all when it comes to your future there or your future elsewhere? And when you're a later round draft pick, every single thing you do has to be from the lens of how do I make myself more appealing to the people in this building that say, give that guy a chance? Or more appealing to it. Do you think an owner or a general manager or a president or somebody making decisions is watching that going, I want that guy leading my franchise?
Yeah. No.
Did you help yourself?
Yeah, it's a rhetorical question. The obvious answer is no. Taylor, you had an interesting comment this morning as we were talking.
Obviously, the attitude there, it's elementary, it's a little immature, and I'm not here to, going through Shedeur's life, there's so many things that he's gone through in his life that I have not gone through myself. He's, his dad, who he is, the most athletic human being to ever maybe touch the earth. But if you are playing the greatest team sport of all time, and you're in a competition that we all have been in at one point in our lives, when somebody gets the job over you, what a good opportunity it would be to be like, hey, excited for Dillon. This is not about me. If I can do anything to help him, I know we're both rookies. That's the approach you want to take in the situation, because a lot of knocks on Shedeur going into the draft process was the maturity, the extracurriculars, we're throwing the watch up, which, is fun and awesome for TV. It gets people like us to talk about it. But if we're talking about sustaining your career and how are you going to, what's it going to look like in 10 years? Are you going to regret doing that? The answer is probably. And so my thing for Shedeur is I understand why he did it. The noise can be extremely loud sometimes. However, let's put things into perspective and realize the NFL stands for not for long, and let's keep yourself there as long as possible by making the right conscientious choices at all times.
It's well said. Guys, jump in.
Yeah. It's like going off that. At the end of the day, you responded to the internet, because what happens is what happened on here. He had the opportunity was there because Rex Ryan was reacting to something that comments that he had made over the weekend, saying like, hey, that's not a question for me to answer, but then he continued to answer it from his own lens, like I am more capable than what we're seeing in the NFL right now. And then you get my man, Coach Rex Ryan's, his blood pressure gets up. He starts, this is an old school ball coach. He wants you to shut up, keep your head down and work. Now he seems like the grandpa yelling at the TV because he lost the remote. He's going on a tangent. Ultimately, says some things to where it could be assumed that he's not working hard. Internet takes fold, it's viral. Then Shedeur is in a spot to where he responds to the internet, because I think what both of you guys said is very well said. It's like, bro, are you doing everything that you can to help you out in the situation, in the building, and to all 31 other teams that are out there right now?
I can't remember another player that was this polarizing outside of the field. Maybe Tim Tebow, because there were times when we were covering single-A minor league baseball for the Mets. There were times we were talking about the 4th or 5th tight end on the depth chart for the Jaguars because it's Tim Tebow. And what I mean by that, Dillon Gabriel is starting his first game, and we're leading the show with Shedeur Sanders in this interview. So we have to really understand the reality that Shedeur Sanders on this side of it is not our normal 5th-round pick. He's not our normal 3rd stringer. The things he does and says we're going to talk about because they create headlines, they create topic bars. And for Shedeur, it's the complete opposite. He has to realize that he is a 5th-rounder and that he is a 3rd-string quarterback and he is a rookie, and there is an expectation and a standard that comes with that. So I feel like both us on this side as media, as well as him as a player, are culpable, and there's responsibility that we both need to, lean in to what the reality of the situation is.
We have so many quarterbacks in the league that have been dragged in the media, and rightfully or wrongfully. Dak Prescott, for one, always says the right thing. Jalen Hurts has been dogged for 3 years, always says the right thing. I hope that this is a moment. There's somebody in Shedeur's life, or there's people in Shedeur's life to be like, hey, you have to be yourself. There's no doubt. But at that position, that's not worth it, because you're trying to validate being the CEO of a billion-dollar company.
And you're right. I'm not arguing anything that you're saying, because I agree with everything. But which quarterback have we done that with that's been a 3rd string, that hasn't been a starter?
No, totally.
And so it's like he's acting like he's a starter, and we're treating him like he's a starter. That's kind of...
Shefty, finish it up.
But there's also this, that if you want to go after Rex Ryan, go after Rex Ryan. You want to keep your mouth shut at no time, fine. Don't do it on a day where your team just made a quarterback change and people are seeking comment and a decision that involves you on the outside. His timing and judgment to that situation are off.
Okay, and through all of that, I guess the point that you made in there is a very good one. We barely even mentioned Dillon Gabriel, rookie 3rd-round pick, getting his first start against a Brian Flores defense Sunday morning, 9:30 Eastern in London.